Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Life of Logan. And today, we're talking about something people throw around all the time, doing the work before a relationship. But what does that actually mean? Because, let's be honest, saying I need to work on myself has become a convenient way to avoid everything in life, even doing the work on yourself, just as much as it's been a genuine call for self-growth. But if you're truly doing the work, if you're serious about healing, growing, and stepping into love as your highest self, then you know that this isn't just about staying single for a while. This is about becoming whole, becoming self-aware, becoming emotionally equipped to give and receive love in a way that's healthy, fulfilling, and true. And before we get started, got a quick favor to ask y'all. If you would please make sure to like the video and make sure, if you're not done so already, make sure you subscribe to Life of Logan. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. Too many people think that they're doing the work when they're really just waiting for the right person to come along, waiting for someone who will heal them, love them past their wounds, or make all their fears go away. But the work isn't about waiting. It's about going into yourself fully, unflinchingly, and facing everything you've been running from. Because whether you acknowledge them or not, your patterns will follow you into every single relationship. Your wounds will make choices for you. Your insecurities will dictate your expectations. Your unhealed past will shape the way that you see love, trust, and commitment. And doing the work, and in doing the work on myself, I've had to ask these questions, and you can feel free to ask yourself these questions as well. You ain't got to share your answers with it. This is about you on you. So some of the questions that I asked myself in doing the work were, where have I been hurt and how am I still carrying that pain? What patterns do I keep repeating in relationships and why? What fears do I have around love, vulnerability, or intimacy? Do I know how to self-soothe, or do I look for love to be my emotional rescue? Do I love myself fully, or am I hoping a relationship will fill the gaps? And until we're able to face those answers, we're not healing, we're hiding. And love will always reveal what we've tried to ignore. And that brings me to my next point. A lot of people think that, quote unquote, doing the work means reading a few self-help books, going to therapy for a couple of months, or learning some new relationship skills. And while those things are valuable, they don't replace the real work, because healing isn't an achievement, it's a practice. It's a commitment to knowing yourself deeply and loving yourself through every stage of growth. It means confronting your wounds without letting them define you. It means developing emotional intelligence so you can navigate conflict, communicate your needs, and hold space for your partner's emotions. It means knowing how to set boundaries and enforce them, not out of fear, but out of self-respect. And it also means holding yourself accountable for your own triggers, reactions, and behaviors. Healing is not about becoming perfect. Before you enter a relationship, it's about becoming aware. Self-awareness is the foundation for every healthy relationship. When you know yourself, you don't let wounds lead you. You don't project old pain onto new people. You don't enter relationships hoping they will complete you. You enter already whole. And in doing the work, realizing that isn't just about healing old wounds. It's about developing emotional maturity to sustain love when it comes. Because let's be real here, ladies and gentlemen, Falling in love is easy. That's why they call it the honeymoon stage. Everything is going great. But staying in love, that takes work. Notice how I said it's not hard, but it takes work. That takes self-awareness, patience, and the ability to navigate challenges without self-sabotaging or shutting down. And some other things derive from that we should ask ourselves. Can I handle discomfort without running from it? Do I communicate my needs, or do I expect people to read my mind? Do I handle conflict with emotional maturity, or do I react from my wounds? Can I hold space for my partner's emotions without making them responsible for mine? Relationships are not just about love, they're about partnership. And if you can't communicate, if you can't self-regulate, if you can't own your mistakes and apologize with sincerity, then love will always feel like a battlefield instead of a blessing. The work is also about joy and pain. Healing is important, but let's not forget that doing the work isn't just about facing trauma and unpacking pain. It's about embracing joy. Too many people get so caught up in healing that they forget to actually live. And I know because I've been there. They forget that love, real love, isn't about overcoming pain together. It's about enjoying each other, laughing together, experiencing life as more than just a series of lessons and breakthroughs. And doing the work on this side of things means learning how to let yourself experience joy without guilt. Embracing pleasure, not just in relationships, but in your own life. And the most important one, I feel at least, is cultivating happiness that isn't dependent on anyone else. Because if you can't enjoy your own company, you haven't built a life that excites and fulfills you. Then you're not looking for a partner. You're just looking for an escape. And that's not love. That's avoidance. At the end of the day, though, doing the work on yourself is not just about preparing for love. It's about becoming the kind of person who can give and receive love in a way that is healthy, whole, and true. Love is not supposed to fix you. Love is not supposed to rescue you. Love is the reward of the work you do on yourself. So when you say you're doing the work, really mean that. Not just so you can have a relationship, but so that when love arrives, you can meet it with open arms instead of open wounds. That's real work. And it starts now, and it starts with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Life of Logan. If this episode resonated with you, please make sure that you share it with someone who needs it. And if you're on this journey of healing and self-growth, know that I see you, I respect you, and I am most certainly walking this path right alongside you. Until next time, stay growing, stay healing, and above all, stay true to yourself.